Happy Sunday show! A country boy from Illinois, I got a fear of flying. It ain't so much the flights or even the heights, more the flights, the heights, and the dying. But I gotta get me and my fiddle to the shore. This work I'm doing keeps me moving. I got a long way to travel. It sounds insane to board a plane when all you know is hard road and gravel. Then I recall what my daddy told me long ago. He said you can stick around with your feet on the ground, but there ain't nothing wrong with getting high. 'Cause you can't drink a beer while you're driving down here. You can't hit a deer in the sky. Yeah, you can stick around with your feet on the ground, but there ain't nothing wrong with getting high. 'Cause you can't drink a beer while you're driving down here. You can't hit a deer in the sky. Oh, let's jam! Your feet on the ground, but there ain't nothing wrong with getting high. 'Cause you can't drink a beer while you're driving down here. You can't hit a deer in the sky. Good morning, Shoe-Fest. How we doing out there? Last night I sang you a song called Mattress by the Side of the Road. This is a song about a deer by the side of the road. I spend a lot of time on the side of the road. The Mattress song is new and young and fancy. This song is getting a little old and ragged. I don't want it to get jealous of the new fancy, good-looking Mattress song. So would y'all indulge me with our first sing-along of the day? Right out of the gate with feeling. 1, 2, 3, oh, you can stick around with your feet on the ground, but there ain't nothing wrong with getting high. 'Cause you can't drink a beer while you're driving down here. You can't hit a deer in the sky. Didn't that cool you off? One more with feeling. 1, 2, 3, oh, you can't stick around with your feet on the ground, but there ain't nothing wrong with getting high. 'Cause you can't drink a beer while you're driving down here. You can't hit a deer in the sky. Yeah, you can't stick around with both feet on the ground, but there ain't nothing wrong with getting a little high. 'Cause you can't drink a beer while you're driving down here. You can't hit a deer in the sky. A country boy from northern, central, southern, easterly, westerly Illinois. I used to have a fear of flying. Mama, I'm hurting these days in the dirt, and I'm working her always on call. Have you heard from sister, the likes of her mister? She blistered from breaking her fall. Just like the river, she'll take what they give her. They've been delivering her hell. Mother Nature's daughter, they done sold and bought her. Ain't no more water in the well. They spend a lifetime breaking us down, watching the tears that go by. Hug you and hold you and tell you again how everything's gonna be fine. Pockets are filling, they're making a killing. It's spilling to the top of the dam. Cups runneth over, it ain't gonna hold her. They scold her and hired a man. Just like the river, she takes what they give her. They've been delivering her hell. Mother Nature's daughter, they done sold and bought her. Ain't no more water in the well. They spend a lifetime breaking us down, watching the tears that go by. Hug you and hold you and tell you again how everything's gonna be fine. Keep reaching higher, cling to a song, preach to the choir, they'll sing along. Mama, I'm hurting these days in the dirt, and I'm working her always on call. Thinking of sister, good God, how I miss her. I'm blistered from breaking my fall. Just like the river, she took what they give her. They were delivering her hell. Mother Nature's daughter, they done sold and bought her. Ain't no more water in the well. They spent a lifetime breaking us down. Now that the river's gone dry, hug me and hold me and tell me again how everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Thank you very much. Oh, good morning. What a pleasure to get to sing more songs for y'all.
Thank you, Cody.
He could always be found in the backyard. The bases he'd round until it grew too dark. When his time came, he didn't hesitate. They put him in the game, and he stepped up to the plate. He was thinking curveball, but he got instead 95 miles an hour right into his head. He hobbled down to first with a lump on his face, and on the very next pitch, he up and stole second base. With greatest speed, he wasn't born, but he had the dirtiest uniform. With the greatest speed, he wasn't born, but he had the dirtiest uniform. Board was out of touch, kids were out of reach. She never gave up on her passion to teach. And even though the school's on the wrong side of the tracks, she crossed over and she came and gave back. We knew she could have left, but she stuck around to get everyone else's feet back on the ground. Then we would thrive and we'd achieve, 'cause she's the first one to arrive and the last one to leave. From the wealthiest town, she wasn't born, but she had the dirtiest uniform. From the wealthiest town, she wasn't born, but she had the dirtiest uniform. Both of them folks, they were heroes to me, and I grew up with hopes of something to be. I'd watch him play, listen to her teach, and I set out on my way to practice what they preach. So I heard my calling, and I found my thing, and I spend my Sunday fun days falling down trying to sing. But I get back up just like they taught, and I keep on working with the tools that I've got. With the prettiest voice, I wasn't born, but I'll have the dirtiest uniform. With the prettiest voice, I wasn't born, but I'll have the dirtiest uniform. Names in the lights, get out of the van. Another Labor Day weekend playing with the shoe fam. Putting in the miles, living the dream. It's all worthwhile the times you take one for the team. With the catchiest sound, we weren't born, but we've got the dirtiest uniforms. With the catchiest sound, we weren't born, but we've got the dirtiest uniforms. Oh, the catchiest songs I don't perform, but I've got the dirtiest uniform. Thank you very much. Welcome to the folk singer portion of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Our favorite part. What a beautiful day. How about my pal Jake Willis down the hill? All right, who's ready for the inflation protest songs? I already had this requested by 67 children today, so we won't make them wait any longer. I worked all summer long so I could go down to the arena for the big country show. But when I stepped inside, I began to shed a tear when I saw a sign that read $13 beers. $13 beers, $13 beers. I'd love to hear some songs and maybe drown away my fears. But I am just a poor boy, my money disappears, and I just can't get drunk on $13 beers. I made it to my seat, it was the third row from the back. I couldn't see a thing but a blurry cowboy hat, and all the folks behind me They were screaming in my ear. Why? They were getting drunk on $13 beers. Everybody, $13 beers, $13 beers. I'd love to hear some songs and maybe drown away my fears. But I am just a poor boy now, I can't see or hear. And I still can't get drunk on $13 beers. Are you with me? I've come to the realization that I will be singing this song for the rest of my life. I'll be 80 years old at Shoe Fest singing about $29 beers. But I wrote this song because I am a man of the people, ladies and gentlemen, a man of the people. All the shoe people. And I happen to know that this song is working. Just like my other protest songs are working too. Because a while ago, I played a show in Seymour, Indiana, and they had a beer truck. And at the beer truck, the beers were only $5. But the guy running the beer truck loves this song. So during this song only, beers were only $4. So I played the 38-minute version of $13 beers, ladies and gentlemen. Because I'm a man of the people. Well, I left after a song. I got out of there fast. Saw a guy on the corner wearing an old shoe shirt. So I asked, is there any place around here where they'll treat you right? Said some guy named Farmer's playing something called a Shoe Fest tonight. They got $5 beers, they got $5 beers. He'll sing you some songs and he'll drown away your fears. Henhouse prowlers, that's music to my ears. We'll listen and we'll drink up on $5 beers. We'll dance and we'll drink up on $5 beers. We'll sing along, we'll drink up, hey everybody, cheer. I forgot to mention during this song, beers are only $4. Cheers, cause we're not drinking $13 beers. Hey, thanks for coming by today. It's good to see you here. Sorry I made that announcement a little late. There's dirt on the ground, and I love to drive. It's closer to home, it's closer to life. And there's girls, trees, and flowers, and skies in my sights. There's dirt on the ground, and I love to drive. There's gravel on the dirt now when I drive. It's closer to home, it's closer to life. And my wheels don't get stuck in the mud all the time. There's gravel on the dirt and I love to drive. There's pavement on the gravel now when I drive. It's closer to home, it's closer to life. And the rocks don't fly up at my friend who's behind. There's pavement on the gravel and I love to drive. There's blacktop on the pavement now when I drive. It's closer to home, it's closer to life. And my favorite they don't skip or rewind. There's blacktop on the pavement, and I love to drive. Now there's dirt on the blacktop every time I drive. It's further from home, it's further from life. Instead of girls, trees, and flowers, there's trash in my sights. When the blacktop's this dirty, it ain't no fun to drive. When the blacktop's so dirty, it ain't no fun to drive. Send this song out to our friends Terry and Jen, celebrating an anniversary this weekend. All my troubles, all my blues, they take a back seat when I'm with you. All my friends and my guitars too, they take a back seat when I'm with you. 'Cause you and me, baby, we drive around. You fix me up when I break down. Ain't it all that I need, babe? Ain't it all that I want? That's why I gotta have you here up front. All my troubles, yeah, all my blues, oh, they take a back seat when I'm with you. All my friends and my guitars too, they take a back seat when I'm with you. When I'm with you, I get a little lost. Points of interest coming across when I'm with you. Yeah, the night's on fire, eyes are wide when the road tires. So good to me, I'll be good to you. Be up front with me, baby, I'll be up front with you. And then I'll make this shoe promise to you. If you're ever in my backseat, I'll be there too. All my troubles, yeah, all my blues, oh, they take a backseat when I'm with you. All my friends and my guitars too, they take a backseat when I'm with you. When I'm with you. When I'm with you. Yeah. Where did I come up with the name of Chicago Farmer? Well, I grew up in this little small farm town called Delavan, Illinois, and my whole family was farmers. And then I decided I wanted to play music, and I played every single bar and every single restaurant and every single garage in central Illinois, and so I decided to move to Chicago. So I took my small town farm roots to Chicago, and so I lived in both places. And I felt like both places became my home. And I wanted to start a band. And then I was like, that's a crazy idea. Why would I want to do that? And then, because I didn't want to start a band because I had 6 roommates. And they were all musicians. And I loved those guys, but I also got a little sick and tired of them. So I just played solo. And the name stuck. And it's been Chicago Farmer now for 20 years. And thank you for the question, because some people did not know that. They didn't know why I'm called Chicago Farmer, because I don't live in Chicago and I don't farm. It's understandable why that could be a little confusing. I was playing a festival one time in Grassy, Missouri, the perfect name for a town hosting a bluegrass festival, Grassy, Missouri. And when I pulled into Grassy, the general store wall said it was 117 degrees. I played for 45 minutes and I almost keeled over several times. But I survived. And an hour later, the Del McCurry Band took the stage in full suits and played for 2 hours straight. And everyone who was completely miserable from being in 117 weather started slam dancing and started a mosh pit and had the time of their lives. And I'm not going to tell you that's going to happen today, ladies and gentlemen, but he played this song and it made my day. Said Red Molly to James, that's fine motorbike. A girl could feel special on any such life. Said James to Red Molly, my hat's off to you. It's a Vincent Black Lightning from 1952. And I've seen you in the corner in cafes it seems. Red hair and black leather, my favorite color scheme. And he pulled her on behind, and down to Kankakee they did ride. Said James to Red Molly, here's a ring for your right hand, but I tell you in earnest I'm a dangerous man. I fought with the law since I was 17. I robbed many a man for my Vincent machine. And I'm 21 years and I might make 22. I don't mind dying for the love of you. And if fate should break my stride, well, I'll give you my Vincent to ride. Come down, Red Molly, called Sergeant McCrae. They'd taken young James for armed robbery. Shotgun blast to his chest, left nothing inside. Come down, Red Molly, to his dying bedside. When she came to the hospital, there wasn't much left. He was running out of rope, he was running out of breath. But he smiled to see her cry. Said, I'll give you my Vincent to ride. Said James, in my opinion, there's nothing in this world like a 52 Vincent and a fiddle-playing girl. No Nortons and Indians and Greaves just won't do. They don't have the soul of a Vincent 52. Well, he reached for her hand and he slipped her the keys. He said, I've no further use for these. See angels on aerials in leather and chrome, swooping down from heaven to carry me home. Then he gave her a kiss and he died, and he gave her his Vincent to ride.
I get everything messy. Yeah.
I grew up right in between Chicago and St. Louis. I got a lot of Chicago material. Here's one from my family down in St. Louis. I wrote a song for them many years ago. It's a young man out walking in the city's summer heat, in the middle of America, in the middle of the street. They told of how he lived, they told of how he died, the beginning to the ending of the story's other side. There's two sides to every story, there's two sides to every town. The side of town that tells the story, the side where the story went down. If you're telling your side of the story, well, the side better hold some weight. And if you're telling the story of our side of town, you better get your story straight. There was a weighted anchor, he used to scream and point the news. You could see him every night upon the 10 o'clock evening blues. He swore he stood for something, and he tried to take a stance, but he had no legs to stand up on to be fair and balanced. Two sides to every story, there's two sides to every town. The side of town that tells the story, the side where the story went down. If you're telling your side of the story, well, the side better hold some weight. And if you're telling the story of our side of town, you better get your story straight. There was a lawmaker whose laws never made any sense, so he started making promises to both sides of the fence. He double-crossed his fingers every other time he smiled, shook hands across the country, couldn't reach across the aisle. Two sides to every story, there's two sides to every town. The side of town that tells the story, the side where the story went down. If you're telling your side of the story, well, the side better hold some weight. And if you're telling the story of our side of town, you better get your story straight. I met a believer who believed everything he read, cursed people for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed, held grudges over others and the fear he couldn't hide, judging by the covers, not the story that's inside. The two sides to every story, there's two sides to every town. The side of town that tells the story, the side where the story went down. If you're telling your side of the story, well, the side better hold some weight. And if you're telling the story of our side of town, you better get your story straight. People out and marching in the city's summer heat, in the middle of America, in the middle of the street. Been searching there forever for a reason to the right. Can two sides come together just once upon a time? Two sides to every story, there's two sides to every town. The side of town that tells the story, the side where the story went down. If you're telling your side of the story, well, the side better hold some weight. And if you're telling the story of our side of town, you better get your story straight. The moral of the story is get your story straight. Thank you for the signs. Appreciate the signs. I love them.
My buddy got me the signed field note checklist last time. It's my highlight hour. I'm like, as I get older, I love my coach. Eat some fucker fountain, eat some fucking hot tomato.
How we doing, Shoe? Looking good. Got made in the shade. Twice Upon Strings over there working real hard. Go say hi to her if you haven't yet. It's got just a couple guitar string pins left, I think. You guys don't believe me, but I kid you not, the kids really do love the $13 beer song. They request it, they cheers to it, they tell their friends. It's amazing, and it makes me so happy. And I love Shoe Fest to get to see the whole family out here. And I like to keep it clean up here at Chicago Farmer. I pride myself on that. But about 20 years ago, I had a song called The Alarm Clock. And at the end of the Alarm Clock song, I dropped a very bad word onto the audience. And I'm not gonna lie, I really, really enjoyed it. It was so much fun. And my friends and I would scream it in the bar at the end of the night. And I thought it was a beautiful, romantic moment. So I went and I asked my mom, I said, Mom, are you okay with me recording and releasing the Alarm Clock Bad Word song? And she said, not as long as your grandparents are alive, young man. And I said, deal. And when we made that deal, my grandparents were 81 and 75. And now my grandparents are 101 and 95. And I hope it's another 20 years before I get to record and release the Alarm Clock Bad Word song, everybody. 20 years from now, we'll sing that one together, when all these kids are grown up. For now, here's one for the grandparents. I was down on the farm, you know, just tilling around. It's just me and Grandpa waiting on a familiar sound. Come 11:30, we both hear Grandma's voice saying it's time to eat, you'd better bring it in, boys. Well, the food's out on the table and I was ready to take my place. She pulled me aside once while Grandpa was washing his face. Say you won't need this now, boy, oh, but someday you will. She said, keep this in your shoe. It was a $20 bill. Oh, now, Grandma, they don't make them like you anymore, except for them young soldiers we send off to war. Seems you're always right. yourself. All that you done now, all that you still do. Well, I'll keep you in my heart. You're 20 in my shoes. I was up there in the city, you know, just killing my time. Yeah, the show got over early, so I was just blowing my mind. This man came up to me and he tried to ruin all my fun. He pushed me to the ground and then he pulled out a gun. Said, if you've no money, boy, this'll be the end of you. I said, hold on a minute, I got a 20 in my shoe. Well, he leaned in there real close and then he stared in disbelief. When I reached for that 20, you know I sized up that thief. But he never saw it coming. Oh, I took that man's life. 'Cause next to Grandma's 20, I keep Grandpa's knife. Grandma and Grandpa, they don't make them like you anymore. Except for them young soldiers we send off to war. Seems you're always righting the wrongs of somebody else. Seems you're always fighting for somebody other than yourself. All that you've done now, all that you still do. I'll keep you in my heart, your knife and 20 always in my shoe. Thank you so much. Well, this festival means a lot to me, y'all. Thanks for being here and making it such a great year. Got so much more great music to come. I remember when I moved from my little town to Chicago, I was very lost. And I remember I lived in this little box of apartment, and down below was a lady we called the Broom Lady. I wouldn't even do this. I would just do this. And she'd take her broom and she would hit her ceiling, which was my floor, and tell me to shut the hell up. I was like, I'm not used to living like this. And I started falling in love with music festivals. And I remember, don't get me wrong, I love Chicago, but getting on these back roads and getting to a place like Manteno, Illinois, or Bean Blossom, Indiana was always very therapeutic to me. Here's a song about it. Hold down the fort hold my beer. I got a little time off to travel. The field reports in Third Coast is clear. Gonna let my mind unravel. Get me out there, my imagination. Go roll me down the river in a boat. I've been drowning in too much information, struggling to stay afloat. These daydreams, they turn into night. These nightmares turn to weakness. Weeks turn to months in a blink of an eye. Then these months will turn over leafless. So get me out there, my imagination. Go roll me down the river in a boat. I've been drowning in too much information, struggling to stay afloat. La da 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 la da 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 da. La da 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 da. When was the last time you danced your ass off to the music of the river? Or the last time you turned it all off and let your soul feel the shiver? Meet me out there with your imagination. We'll go rolling down the river in a boat. You've been drowning in too much information, struggling to stay afloat. Goes like this. La da 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 la da 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 da. La da 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 la da da da. It's a tangle web we weave like a rock and roll stage's cables. I carry on to a Hartford song like a paddle wheel turning the tables. Time, get me out there with our imaginations. Go rolling down the creek in a boat. We've been drowning in too much information, struggling to stay afloat. Struggling to stay afloat. Before I had 6 or 7 roommates in Chicago, I had 4 roommates in Bloomington. And this one guy lived by himself in the basement. And he called himself a parrot head. I didn't know what that was. He said it's the fans of this guy named Jimmy Buffett. And I was like, is that the Cheeseburger Margarita song guy? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, well, those are fun things to sing about. And he's like, you should come check him out. So I went. We went to Alpine Valley to see Jimmy Buffett. And I was in there, and I walked in, and all the ladies and the men, they were all wearing coconut bras, if they were wearing anything at all. And I was like, well, that's fun. And then I walked around for a while, and people were doing beer bongs off the top of school buses. And I was like, that was fun. People were on stilts. People had these guns that were shooting out free T-shirts And I was like, what is this? This is crazy. And after a while, I realized I needed to take a nap. So I took a nap. And when I woke up from my nap, I was on the ground in the parking lot of Alpine Valley. And I was looking up at a horse. And on top of the horse was a police officer. They have police officers on horses in Alpine Valley. And he said, young man, you need to leave. I said, yes, sir. I know. I'm the only person left here. So I took that experience home, and I was like, that was interesting. Very interesting. And then, my whole life I wanted to be like Bob Dylan. Then my friend Todd Snyder took me to Key West 2 times. And he started teaching me more songs by Jimmy Buffett. And I was like, oh, there's a lot more to this. And after I went to Key West and I started having a dream of being a beach bum, I was kind of like, Bob Dylan's still cool, but it wouldn't be so bad being Jimmy Buffett. And started learning many of his songs and being a creek and river guy to get to see the ocean a couple times and its magic was pretty special. And I hope to not be in Minneapolis in February. I hope to be in Key West for many years to come. Mother, mother ocean, I have heard you call. Wanted to sail upon your waters, 'cause I was 3 feet tall. You've seen it all. You've seen it all. I watched the men who rowed you. They switched from sail to steam. And in your belly you hold the treasure few have ever seen. Most of them are dreams. Most of them are dreams. And yes, I am a pirate, a few 100 years too late. But cannons don't thunder, there's nothing to plunder. I'm an under 40 victim of fate, arriving too late. Arriving too late. And I've done a bit of smuggling. I sold my share of grass. I made enough money to buy Miami, but I pissed it away so fast. It's never meant to last. It's never meant to last. And I've been drunk now for over a week. I passed out and I rallied and I shed a few leaks, but it's time to stop wishing. Gotta go fishing down to rock bottom again. Just a few friends, 1,500 friends. Yes, I've been drunk now for over a week. I passed out and I rallied and I shed a few leaks, but time to stop wishing. Gotta go fishing down to Rock Creek again with my shoe friends. My shoe friends. My shoe friends. Well, I was walking down Perry Street. It was her lunch hour, we were to meet. I got there early to bring her joy. I started hurting when I saw her flirting. Stop me if you've heard this one. With the bleach blonde surfer boy. He had big muscles, he had a tan. Got to a scuffle, then I got banned for going crazy, for making noise. So this isn't Florida, it's not California, it's Illinois. Together they went up north, up to Chicago, so he could serve. They left me here all alone again. She said she loved him, 'cause he could hang 10 Lake Michigan. But shorts and sandals were his only clothes. So in November, he up and froze. His dark tan turned so pale and old. She couldn't accept him, and so she left him out in the cold. Well, me just being the guy I am, I went and found him, lent him a hand, taught him what Illinois is all about. Got him a whiskey, took him out to Dixie's, and I thought he mound. We started drinking, we talked all day, about how he let her go get away. Away with murder, away with sin. We kept on drinking, we started thinking, plotted revenge. Daughter of a preacher over in Urbana, but on the weekends wore a festival bandana. Now the congregation, they can't forget, they found a mixture of their Burning Man pictures on the internet. Now he's my best friend, partying top. He's got 7 piercings and a mohawk. Got nothing against bleach, blonde surfer boy. This isn't Florida, it's not California. He's my best friend, partying top. He's got 7 piercings and a mohawk. Got nothing against bleach, blonde surfer boys. But this isn't Florida, it's not California. What is it, Manteno? Song that I perform, I've still got the dirtiest uniform. All right, three catchy songs. Let's be honest, 3 catchy songs. Not bad for an hour set. Just 3 catchy ones.
I like everything. I drink everything.
Got time for one more? I arrived here kicking and screaming the day that I took the stage. I went searching for some kind of meaning, like words looking for a page. Came up empty and full of worry that nothing could cover the pain. And these songs and stories began unfolding like an umbrella in the rain. I wanna write you a sad, sad song that I wrote to make you smile. And then we could pass it along. We're only little while. Strike up a chord, strike up the band, and we'll play out the lessons learned. Strike up a match, then it's 3 strikes you're out, and depression can take its turn. We've been trying to find our way through the darkness of our minds. We'll get our names in the paper someday. I pray not before our time. I wanna sing you a sad, sad song that I wrote to make you smile. And then we could pass it along. We're only here for a little while. Today only the song is called Sunbrella. It's a pretty heavy song, and I remember the first time I tried to record it, it was kind of heavy, and at the end of the song I was like, woo! And then something just happened when I said, woo! And then I was like, that was weird. I think I should put that in the song. Never intending for you all to do it at the end of each chorus, but it seems to work. When I was young, all I did was take. I've been trying harder to give. For so long I was living to die. Now I'm dying just to live. And I will leave here kicking and screaming the day that I take my rest. But I've got a whole lot more in me till the end of my set list. So do you. Still time to sing us a sad, sad song full of hope to make us smile. And then we could pass it along. We're only here for a little while. Here we go. Shoot. Thanks for listening to me today, everybody. Have a great one. Thank you so much. Go say hi to my hero, Twice Upon a String. Have a great day.
Hey, they just said you can have another hour.